As you drive down Trade Street in Tryon, you may notice an art gallery near the Tryon Theater. The gallery, which is run by Foothills Church, is using art as a way to outreach to the community.
I mean, that's always been kind of part of our DNA to begin with. So, knowing the culture of Asheville, there's a very big art community there. It kind of reaches down this way too. So Tryon, there's an art community here. So we not only wanted our space to represent that, but even in a worship service, there are art forms used. Different film clips or interviews. We basically are using art not just for art's sake, but it all is used to point and illustrate the theme of the passage that particular week.
Basically, the church is community. Mm-hmm. And so if you believe that church is community, then interacting with all parts of community is important. It's not separated from real life, from what's really going on. And so a major part of God's creation within people is their creativity. And so I think that pulling in the arts is just a way to, make church seem more real, make God seem more real. I think that the art is one way for a church to reach out to people and not create sort of a country club environment where everybody's the same.
You're not a member of the church, but how do you feel about, your paintings being on exhibit through the church?
Well, from what I understand, this is not so much of a congregation as a group of like-minded spiritual people. And so your actual denomination and or faith is not as important as the communion and fellowship, which intrigues me, and that's why I'm interested.
We have some friends that do belong to the church, and when the church opened in this location, I started seeing art in the windows. You had an exhibit early on with Richard Kahn, and it looked really compelling, and it was also a really nice thing to see for the town.
Typically, Americans are into pop culture. They know what's on television or what's popular in music and movies. And we're basically saying those things that you love are pointing to the story that's kind of written in your heart that you're longing for. So we're all longing for a Savior. We're all longing to be known. And so a lot of the things that we point to and use are things that are pointing to Christ. We're not using art just to be cool. We really are using it for a purpose, to point to the gospel.